From Hollywood, this is Kevin Malin with another amazing adventure. Our special guest star for this episode is Debbie Marr, actor of stage and screen. Today's story is called The Stuff Dreams Are Made Of. Putting out TV scripts week after week is a daunting task. It takes several hours of concentration and lots of caffeine to get the job done. Today I'm working from home because there can be too much distraction at the studio. Oh, for God's sakes. Now what? Just a minute.
Hey, Kev, what you up to?
I'm working, Jessica.
Okay, I won't bother you.
Jessica walks in anyway and heads for my kitchen to grab a beer and some chips.
I just love being your neighbor, Kev. You always have something good to eat.
Hey, don't eat all my chips.
Let's go do something.
I can't now. I'm working.
So take a break for a few minutes.
With you, a few minutes turns into a few hours.
I promise we won't be gone long. I just want to take you to this great coffee shop I discovered. It's the best coffee ever.
Where is it?
It's just down the road a little ways.
I don't believe you.
Oh, come on. It's not that far. Please?
All right. Let's go then.
That's the spirit, Kev. You drive, and I'll give directions.
Why can't you drive?
Because you have a Jaguar and someone needs to be the co-pilot.
Do you always get your way?
Yep.
We get in my car and I quickly put the top down and lower all the windows. Jessica lights up a cigarette and puts on a pair of fashionable sunglasses. We're ready to head out and burn some rubber. Jessica and I head north on the 405, then merge onto I-5. I notice that we're passing Magic Mountain, and I start to get a little worried. I thought you said it wasn't far.
Don't worry. We're getting close.
Pretty soon we're going to be heading up the Grapevine.
Oh, cool your jets, Kevin. We'll be there before you know it. Now pay attention. In a few more miles, you're going to want to hang a right.
Huh? That's going into the mountains.
Well, of course we have to go into the mountains. How else are we going to get to the desert?
I don't believe this. You do this to me every time.
Stop complaining, Kevin. We're almost there.
I reluctantly follow Jessica's directions and start getting annoyed as we drive through miles of canyons and windy roads, which seems to go on forever. Finally, we arrive in Antelope Valley, which is basically in the middle of nowhere. We're a long way from home.
Not really. It's all relative. Now get ready to turn.
Where?
Just a little further.
I don't see a road. There's no road.
There will be. Right here. Turn right here.
It's a dirt road.
I know it's a dirt road. We're getting closer, Kev.
I keep driving, but nothing's in sight. And then suddenly, Jessica's eyes light up.
There it is.
Where?
Over there, on the right-hand side.
You mean that old wooden shack?
Yes, that's it. Pull over here.
You had me drive all this way to come to a place like this?
Well, I guess it was a little further than I thought. Come on, let's get out.
We walk up to the stand, and I can't believe my eyes. I turn to Jessica and shake my head in disbelief. The place is made out of old sheets of plywood and has no roof. A spray-painted sign says Running Bear Spirit Coffee. There's a small counter with a couple coffee pots on it, and behind the counter is an old man who appears to be of Native American origin. The man behind the stand recognizes Jessica right away, and they start talking like they're old friends. I ask the man if he's Running Bear, but he tells me his name is George and that he thinks it makes a good name for his coffee stand. George hands us our coffees, and we go to sit down at the picnic table set up next to the stand. You know, Jessica, you can get drip coffee anywhere.
This isn't just any kind of coffee, Kevin. It's spirit coffee. Once you've tasted it, you'll agree that it's the best tasting coffee you've ever had.
I asked George why he chose this place to set up a business, and he tells me that the overhead's low and that he doesn't have a business license. We finish our drinks and just sit there for a while, relaxing and taking in the scenery. Jessica mentions that she's getting hungry, and for some reason, I think it's funny and start laughing.
What's so funny?
I don't know. I just think it's funny that you're hungry. Jessica starts laughing, and I ask her why she's laughing, and she tells me I made a funny face. But I don't remember doing that. And she laughs again, and now I start laughing because she's laughing. It's just crazy, but we're feeling really happy now.
Let's walk around town.
There isn't much of a town to walk around in. George overhears us and says we should take a walk in the desert. He points to a rocky hill and says to check out an old abandoned dance hall behind it. So Jessica and I get up and start heading over there. After walking for about a half a mile, we finally spot the building. It's pretty run down and has several holes and broken boards, and it doesn't have much paint on it either. That's weird. Sounds like there must be people inside.
I know. I thought it was abandoned.
Jessica and I cautiously walk up to the front door and decide to go in. We're feeling a little woozy as we enter the dance hall and notice the music playing is coming from an Art Deco-style jukebox. We spot one man sitting at the bar and a woman at one of the tables reading the National Enquirer. After taking in the scene, we decide to split up for a while. As I walk to the back of the dance hall, I can hear someone talking, so I open a nearby door and enter a small room. Just as I step inside, I see a radio broadcast booth with a man dressed in a cowboy outfit talking into a microphone. He introduces himself as Fast Gun Frankie Lane and fires off a couple shots from his cap gun. Then he announces the station as KQL, the voice of the valley, and starts playing an old country record. And the man looks over at me and says I'm not supposed to be in here and to never mention what I'm seeing to anyone. I ask him why, and he says that he's operating a pirate radio station, which is illegal, and that he could get fined by the FCC. I tell him that I was once a pirate radio operator, which seems to calm him down a bit. The great thing about being a pirate radio operator is you don't need a license and you can play whatever you want, as long as you don't get caught, that is. The man tells me I can fire his cap gun if I want, but I tell him maybe some other time. While he cues up another record, I head out of the secret broadcast room. Jessica's still at the bar drinking a beer, and I sit down next to her.
Where'd you go, Kev?
I found a strange man behind the wall. I think he lives there because I saw a bed and a wardrobe.
I guess it's the place to be.
I guess. Say, where is everybody?
They all went home. The bartender told me to log up before I left.
Huh, that's weird. This is a really strange place.
I know, but it has character, don't you think?
It's definitely different.
The man I was sitting next to was nice. He invited me to an owl meeting and said you could come too.
An owl meeting? What's that?
He said it's a secret, but they're looking for new members, so I might go.
That sounds pretty crazy to me.
I like crazy. So you ready to head back?
Yeah, let's go. It's going to get dark soon. Jessica locks the door from behind, and as we walk out of the place, I feel like I'm in a daze. We reach the coffee stand and see that George is cleaning up for the day. I ask him what was in that coffee, and he tells me it's the stuff dreams are made of. Jessica and I are finally on our way home. It's getting dark now, so I'm taking it slow and easy, especially on these dirt roads.
Well, Kevin, was that a great adventure or what?
You know, Jessica, I've never experienced anything like that before. It was as if I was in the Twilight Zone. As for the coffee, it was pretty good.
Anything else you'd like to say?
Thanks for the good time, Jessica. Sorry I doubted you. It was a long drive, but it was worth it.
You're welcome.
Maybe we can go back sometime.
I told you you'd like it, Kev. It's the kind of place that grows on you.
As we hit the main highway going south to Los Angeles, Jessica seems to be in a peaceful state of mind. I know I didn't get much work done today, but after drinking that coffee, I lost all track of time and didn't even think about work. I'm lucky to have Jessica as a neighbor and wonder what other secrets she may have. You have just listened to The Stuff Dreams Are Made Of with special guest star Debbie Marr and yours truly, Kevin Malin. You can find out more about Debbie and all her exciting projects by going to her website at debbiemarr.com. Say, if you're enjoying these shows, please hit the follow button on the Podbean app so you can find out when the next episode becomes available. That's Podbean, Podbean. Thanks for listening, folks, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye for now. Kevin Malin Presents Comedy is a Kevin Malin production. Copyright 2021 by Kevin C. Malin. All rights reserved. Music and sound effects is licensed by Partners in Rhyme. Musical tracks for this show are Motown Dream Girl by Brilliant Music, Glad Rags by Stuart Moore, and Free Spirit by Art Munson. All names, characters, and events in the show, even those based on real people and places, is entirely fictional. Any resemblance to real persons, living or dead, is purely coincidental.